Hello guys, firstly sorry about the infinity effect. I need to check the camera because I'd already started and I've swapped chairs and everything since then. So welcome to everybody that is in the chat. We've got Dylan and we've got Daniel Alstrom. Thank you very much for joining us. Of course, thank you to the Patreons and indeed two of my newest Patreons, Anthony Day and Mark. So thank you very much for your support. It's greatly appreciated. And this month, the support from the Patreons is enabling me to get Kill Team. I am going to be running, of course, a Kill Team event at Battle Bunker on Friday. I think it's the 3rd of August. Basically, turn up with a Kill Team. You know, 8 models, 10 models, depending on what you're playing. And I'm going to organise 3 rounds for people to play. And if you turn up with a fully painted Kill Team, it's free. Dylan, that means you've got 11 days to base your Marines. Because Dylan was of course down at Battle Bunker last Friday night when I lost one of my snake ladies when I was using my Daughters of Cain. So very, very annoyed at that. But I've scoured the internet looking for just the snake bit of Amelia. Can't find one anywhere. So Lucy's downstairs. Don't tell her I've ordered another box. So yeah, haven't ordered another box for that. It wasn't great. So that kind of sucks. But lots and lots of work done on the League of Artisans this week for both me and Lucy. Lots of work in the community as well. Lots of new members to the Dark Artisan community group, which is great as well. So we've got lots and lots of stuff to get through tonight. Just to point out as well, the Patreons do have access currently to Eldar versus Death Guard Battle Report. That will be made available to the public on Friday. And I will be editing another Age of Sigmar Battle Report, which will be 3,500 points of Sylvaneth versus Cornblood Bound. So that is what is available, and that's what's coming to the channel very soon. So without further ado, let's have a look and see what everyone's been up to. So I forgot to take pictures of mine and Lucy's work. So this is the game that we played at Battle Bunker. Lucy turned up and she was like, right, come on, I've built my list to kill some tree people. And I turned up with my Daughters of Cain. She was very busy this week. She finished off the 5 secretaries that you can see there at the back here and got them based up. She finished off the Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger. She finished the Lord Exorcist here. And she even finished and based up the 5 Evocators as well. So lots of work from Lucy. For me, however, I got painted up 10 Witch Elves. This was since last Monday night as well. Obviously in the stream last Monday you saw me starting to paint the cauldrons. Well, here's 10 Witch Elves finished. There's 1 cauldron which is magnetized with the hag on there and the avatar. And just at this side here you can see the other cauldron with the Medusa on. I finished 5 of these snakes and 5 of the shooty ones, and that was everything that I got done last week. So massive work. Honestly, I was painting on my lunch. I mean, I was gluing models to the bases on Friday at dinner time, work ready to play Lucy. Fantastic game. I forgot a lot of stuff. I played some stuff wrong. I'm really sorry. It was my first game with them, so in future you can expect a bit more. Those bases on your elves are sick. Cheers, Daz Air. They're not actually finished. What I want to do is I've got some tufts of grass, some brown ones. I want to stick 1 on each of them, and then I need to add all the blood. But that's as far as I've got to be able to get them game ready. So they're game ready, but not where I want them at the minute. But honestly, losing one of these snakes on just in a scoured Battle Bunker, he's took all the terrain up from all the tables, changed all the tables around and everything. Cannot find it. So quite annoyed at that, but never mind. So let's see what people have been up to. We've got Andre bobbing in from Darmamu, the Wargamer. He has finished off his Chaos Rhino. Look at that, man. That freehand symbol is awesome. And there's another shot of it as well. You can see just in the background here is Leviathan that he did a couple of weeks back. Fantastic work by Andre. Go and check out his YouTube channel. Next up, we've got Daz Air. Daz Air has started something else again. This is a Secretary with a Great Mace, and I love the blue glow that he's got going on. The soft green that he's got here as well is very, very nice with kind of the... It's not I don't think it's bone-coloured armour. Looks like a non-metallic gold, and I really like it. Next up, we've got Ben Rolls, who's been building some dog tag miniatures. Roger's probably a fan of this, or anybody who plays kind of historical stuff. Fantastic stuff here. I'm not sure what they are, Ben. I'm really sorry. Historical stuff's really not my thing, but I can appreciate the models, and they look really, really cool on their motorbikes, man. Next up, we've got Callum Howe's been working on some futsal miniatures. This was one of his ninjas that he's been working on. The porcelain pattern that you've got going on the kimono here is absolute class, mate. It's like, yeah, that's like Harlequin level painting. So fantastic stuff there, Callum. Really, really liking it. Next up, we've got Darren Davies, and Darren hasn't posted in a while, actually. He's been busy doing commissions. But this Fate Weaver, or Lord of Change rather, because it's only one, is absolutely fantastic. I mean, look at the greens into the blues, the turquoises, the bones, the golds and the yellows. Everything's just seeping in, and it looks absolutely class, that, mate. Really, really nice work. Just going back to Darren as well, if anyone is interested in commissions from Darren, check out Mark 6 Miniatures on Facebook. Next up, we've got David Barnfather. David's got his own board in his home, and he's going airbrush recently. He's been trying it out on his Sylvaneth. Very, very nice base, very kind of spring feel to it. I love the kind of rich blues and turquoises you've got for the water, and then of course the pinks and purples, the very soft flower effect. But then the bright greens of the and richness that we've got going on Durthu there. He's actually painting all of his spells up to match. So there's the life things I can't remember the name of. And there we've got a Tree Lord Ancient and 6 Kernoth Hunters. Really, really love the depth that you've got going on with the with all the rocks and kind of like the stream flowing along them. Very, very nice. And there's the Ancient as well. Next up, we've got Daz Air, War Daz Air. I've just shown this to Lucy, and she was like, wow, that looks awesome. It really does, mate. The glow that you've got going on in the hourglass is absolutely fantastic. Serious nice work. I know you don't normally airbrush. Did you airbrush this? Let's see what he's doing with that Rhino's class. One of them, Lucy Stormcastle, the Snake Lady. Probably. Baz are awesome as always. Definitely, man. Just waiting for Daz to type back. I did, mate. Yeah, it's really, really nice, Daz. Very, very nice. And of course, we've got one of Daz's Spirit Hosts. Again, I love the bases that you've got, Daz. The gravel that you've got going in there is very, the grain of it, not the grain, scale, grit. The size of the chunks that you've got going on kind of really fit perfectly. I love how you've just got a couple of little flowers there. Peaceful meadow. Really, really nice stuff, man. Next up, we've got Dylan. Dylan was down at Battle Bunker on Friday, and he's picked up some Fire Slayers. I picked them up from Justin, of course, at Battle Bunker. If anyone is interested in buying Games Workshop, Bolt Action, and a few other bits and pieces, Justin does offer a discount. Pre-orders are normally at 20% off. Bundles, obviously, offering more discount. He's got some really, really good pre-orders up for Kill Team at the minute, so if you are interested in that, go and check it out. The link is in all of my videos. But yeah, Dylan started building these Fire Slayer Start Collecting box, and this is the Magnadroth, and of course the Berserkers, Naked, Angry Ginger Dwarves. And then here are the Shadespire lot that he's been painting up. Absolutely brilliant flesh tones on that. Absolutely love it. And there you go. Ginger beard. Absolutely love the yellow. And do you know what, Dylan? Your gritty painting works really, really well on this, mate. I really like it a lot. And here's his Pedro Cantor. Oh, mate, this model is absolutely fantastic. It's really, really nice. Get that base done. Honestly, mate, this is fantastic stuff, and it's been a pleasure to actually watch it as you progress through getting this guy built up. But yeah, get this guy and your others based up, and you can get some Kill Team games in, and maybe there's a couple of smaller games of 40k as well. Next up, we've got Esme Bloomfield, who paints a lot of Slaanesh. She's a very active member of the Slaanesh group. and she's been painting up some obliterators for her Slanesh army, and I love that she's done the Slanesh symbol on the back of his shoulder, on the back of his shin pad there. Really, really nice work, Esme. Next up, we've got Francisco Moores, and he's been painting Astrea Soulbright. Lucy also has Astrea Soulbright, but we haven't sprayed her yet. We've built her, and we've base coated her, but I think Lucy's probably going to work on that this week or next week. She's very eager to get a lot of the new stuff done. She has already ordered 5 more evocators. She's working on 5 more secretors as well. But fantastic work there, Francisco. Next up, we've got Ian Minto. Ian is fantastic with green stuff, considering he hadn't used it until a couple of weeks ago. This is really, really nice work, mate, and it's kind of similar to what I'm doing with my Gene Stealer Club tanks, which I need to work on this week so I can actually get them sprayed and based. But this is the Word Bearer Contemptor Dreadnought that he's getting, and basically added green stuff to nurgle it up. Fantastic stuff. Looking forward to seeing more Death Guard. Me and Ian did play a 1750 game, but it was literally all the models that he had painted up at that point rather than a competitive list. And do you know what? It was a really fun game. Really, really fun game. Came down to the wire. So if you are on Patreon, or you would like to support for as little as $1 a month, you can access that right now on Patreon. But he's also been doing a Nurgle Rhino because he didn't use a Dark Angel Rhino in the battle report, but he insisted it was Chaos, so therefore Dark Angels must be Chaos. But this is fantastic. Ian absolutely love the Nurgles right on top of the very fleshy coloured worms. Really, really nice stuff there, man. Next up, we've got James Martin and an Ulthway Fire Prism. Absolutely love that. Is that a gemstone paint? Because if it is, it's really nice. I did all of my gems on my entire Eldar, Dark Eldar and Harlequin army before those gemstone paints came out, and I'm not going to redo them. As much as I would absolutely love to, I ain't going back to redo them. But this is incredibly crisp, James. Really, really like it. Next up, we've got James McHugh, who started yet another Space Marine chapter, but apparently he had to paint this in an hour. And this is where he's knocked up in an hour. This is fantastic, man. Like, insane. From what I understood, I think he sprayed it white, and then he's done like a Igrax, Reichland, Lamian medium, 25, 25, 50 wash, and then just added a few bits and pieces on. And for an hour's work, mate, this is absolutely phenomenal. Honestly, it's out of this world. And I wish you could see it, James, because you're like me as a painter. You put yourself down too much, and you shouldn't. And nobody should actually, because you should be proud of your painting. Everyone should be, because you've done it yourself. You've achieved something. Sorry, I've just clicked past there. We've got James Smith here, and he's smashing out more of his corn. He's only knocking out 1 or 2 guys every week, but that's how you do it. That's how you get your hordes built up, not by doing 40 at once. Isn't that right, Lucy? Not doing 40 Blood Reavers at once. If you didn't hear, she said, if you do, I'm not repeating what she was about to say. So yeah, no more 40 Blood Reavers for me, but there's 40 there that need painting still. So if anyone wants to come and help us out, you know, just hang out, hobby, and, you know, paint me Blood Reavers with us, I'd appreciate that. Next up, we've got John Tarala, and he has painted up his Custodes. I don't know what this is called, but it's the 30k transport thing. And my God, I love the Custodes models. I want the Orion dropship, because the Orion dropship looks like the... Lucy, what's the ship called off Guardians of the Galaxy? The Milano, yes. I would buy a Custodes Orion dropship and paint it up like the Milano. That would be absolutely fantastic. Actually, we watched the Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon series. Took a little bit getting used to the voices. Rocket was quite a bit whinier than Bradley Cooper, but it was very, very good series. Very funny. Next up, we've got John Wharton, and John has painted up a Castellan like a Night Lord, and wow, this is fantastic. He's basically, correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I think you've airbrushed the lighter blue first over the darker blue, and then he's painted in the lightning streaks. Wow, absolutely looks amazing, mate. Fantastic stuff. If you can get a couple more pictures and post in the group, like from the front and the top and stuff, I'd love to see a bit more. So, fantastic work. Next up, we've got Kev Dudgeon. Kev has been very busy building some Death Watch. There's what, 12 guys there? Hello. Sorry, there's 10 in Artemis there on the left-hand side. Great to see another Death Watch army getting started. Absolutely love the Death Watch models. This guy in the middle here with the sword and shield, love him. And I've got a guy posed exactly the same way as my sergeant. Absolutely class stuff, man. And then we've got the Venerable Dreadnought and, of course, Artemis there as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with them, Kev. But he's also been building some cars for Gaslands as well. Absolutely love Gaslands stuff. It looks so cool. It's just Mad Max all over again. Believe it or not, right, I'd never actually seen Mad Max until about 4 or 5 months ago when Mad Max 1 was on at Lucy's when I stayed there one night. And I watched it. I was like, nah, fair enough. And then the next one was on the next night. And then the third one. Second one was definitely the best. And then one night when I couldn't get to sleep, I was browsing Netflix and saw Fury Road and loved it. So yes, Gaslands is awesome. Kev Waite has been painting dinosaurs. I think this is because he's been playing a lot of Jurassic Park on the PlayStation recently. He's been sharing these pictures on Facebook. So he's decided to paint up some dinosaur models. I've got no idea what these dinosaurs are, but Kev, they look class, man. There we go, there's 2 Stegodons. He's even done like tiger stripes and stuff on them as well. And a Triceratops as well. Class stuff, man. Absolutely brilliant. Next up, we've got Lee Hamilton. Lee is working on some more Mournfangs. I know he's got at least 1 Mournfang painted, so I'm going to hazard a guess that this is his second lot of 4. Mournfangs are brilliant. I absolutely love mine. And he's also been working on a Butcher as well. So he's used the, the Iron Blaster and turned it into basically a Butcher with a pot being pulled by a Rhinox. Great. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Next up, we've got Liam Suter, and Liam's been working on his Lord of the Rings stuff. The guys have been playing a lot of Lord of the Rings recently, and this is one of the Ogres or Trolls. I can't remember which one it was. Absolutely love the stripes that you've got on the arms and stuff. There's the front of it. Absolutely class flesh tones on that as well, mate. And of course, the hammer and the chains. Very, very gruesome. But he's also been magnetising his Scion Kill Team, hopefully to get down for the Kill Team event that I'm running next Friday. So if you are interested in coming down, check out the event. It's on the Battle Bunker Gaming Group page, and I posted it in the Dark Artisan community group as well. But yeah, let's see what you guys have been up to. Nice soul bright. Cream colour, don't envy you. Looks mint though. For many hours work, that looks great. Never mind an hour. Yeah, James is fantastic. I always put myself down, never happy with my work. I'm exactly the same, Daz Air. That's what pushes you to do better on the next mini, absolutely. Vandus is here. Vandus, we've already gone past your model. Like I said earlier, but absolutely fantastic work. Stunning, matches the box art, and absolutely class stuff, mate. Got Furious George in as well. We've got Mark Burton, one of my newest Patreons. Thank you very much for supporting the channel, Mark. And this is one of his grots with a cave squig. I actually fancy a couple of grots or orcs to paint up with blue skin, actually, to kind of tie in with the ogres. I think it would be really, really cool to have some blue-skinned orcs with purple armor. Purple armor. Purple armor. She can't hear. And there we go. Squig, mouth wide open, purple tongue sticking out. Absolutely class. I love the very fantasy-esque base with like the natural kind of yellow sand. Really, really nice stuff. Next up, we've got Michael Bottle. Michael's been smashing stuff out this week. He's painted up one of the burning heads using washers. Absolutely class that. I love that. And a little bit of dry brush of black that he's done at the end on the skull just to make it look that little bit darker and more vindictive. Really nice work with washers there, Michael. He's also painted up the sword spell. Can't remember the name of this one. But again, washers used on all the flamey magic-y stuff. Really, really nice work. And he did another 5 Liberators as well. That'll bring him up to 10. And he's really been smashing out his Stormcast the last few weeks, actually. Really, really nice work, Michael. Love the crisp highlights that you've got going on there as well. Next up, we've got Nathan Young. Nathan has been building these on night shift at work. So, what have we got? We've got a Carnosaur, and then I can't tell what they are. Some Saurus Guard, and I think it's some of the Knights as well. Really nice work. He says he's got more to build though. So let's see what you get built over the next couple of weeks, Nathan. Be interesting to see. And next up, we've got Paul Spuddy Shaw, who has, you can see, he's actually fixed the melter gun or the thermal cannon. He's swapped it around the other way, and he's done some heat bloom with washers on the end. Please tell me you followed the tutorial, Paul. They're at Pro. If anyone is interested, there's 2 heat bloom tutorials available on the channel. One with an airbrush, one with washers. Both look really, really cool. Very subtle, but adds so much more detail to the models. Craig, another one of my Patreons, actually used that tutorial as well. So really nice work on that night, Paul. Next up, we've got Pete John Rooney, and he's been working on some Nurgle Death Guard. And I love how he hasn't gone green with this. He's gone for the classic old school colours with the cream. Lots and lots of washes on there. Very, very grimy. And here's a couple of his Terminators as well. Love the bases. Very, very scenic. Very, very muddy. And very dirty, filthy Terminators. Really, really emphasising kind of the Horus Heresy feel of the Death Guard. Really, really nice. Like them, man. Next up, we've got Peter Seamus from Darlington. Peter's been working on 4 Armiger Warglaves. And there's the lead one at the front. I love the red that he's got going on there. Very, very bright and intense. And the gold is very, very rich as well. I don't know whether that's the way he's took the photo or if it's the light that he's got, but it looks very, very nice. I really like it, man. Next up, we've got Philip Gibbons, who's been doing some Death Guard as well. I love this new green fluorescent paint. This looks absolutely class, especially in conjunction with the wash that you've applied over the flesh of the Blight King. I think this might be one of the named characters, but I'm not sure. But absolutely love the purples and the reds over the top of the green as well. Just helps build them layers of fleshy goodness up. And next up, we've got Rob Baird from Grizzlies Cave. Dylan, you will like this one. I suggest you go follow him on Facebook. Actually, massive, massive converter, much like yourself. And he converts all of his models. Someone actually challenged him to make all of the, the Japanese character models that they released about 18 months ago. He actually made all of them from normal Space Marine bits, from other kits and Forge World bits and pieces as well. But this is his, basically, Pedro Canto, and it's absolutely fantastic. Pedro Canto equivalent, of course, besides the Emperor. But really, really nice work. Very, very gritty as well. So go and check Rob out on Facebook under Grizzlies Cave. Got Roger working on some Dead Man's Hand. Roger, again, is a Patreon. Thank you very much once again for your support, Roger. And I'm not sure. I think Dead Man's Hand is the Western one. I've never played it, but I have seen quite a few people mention it a few times. Really, really cool work. We've also got Dinosaur. I think that is for... I can't remember the name of the game now. You did some robots for it previously. This is not a test, maybe? I don't know, because I've never looked into it. But either way, really, really cool Dinosaur. And then we've got a pair of Armiger Warglaves. Absolutely love the yellow. Very, very bright, but at the same time, very, very rusted. Battered up. Fantastic stuff on them, Roger. Next we've got Sam Goodwin. Sam sold all of his Imperial Fists, and then he's gone back and done this. How on earth he managed to get this smooth and crisp is unbelievable. This is phenomenal, Sam. Like, really, really nice. Like, this isn't a criticism, but it's so clean, it's obvious he hasn't walked on that ground. That's fantastic, mate. Seriously, really nice stuff. If anyone is interested in commissions from Sam, please get in touch with him. He's on my friends list on Facebook. Samuel Robert Goodwin, and he's got a picture of death as his picture, so you can get in touch with him via Facebook. Next up, we've got Stephen Dunn, again, another Patreon, so thank you very much for your support, Stephen, and he has been on the channel a couple of times, and I am scheduling another game with him in about 3 weeks' time. It'll be Tau versus Deathwatch. Stephen has requested the Deathwatch. So we'll see what we can do with that. But he's been hitting more ball action, and this is a Finnish officer. Very, very different to the British that he's been doing. A step away from all the camo stuff, but nevertheless still a very, very cool model, man. Next up, we've got Stewie Bell. Stewie is looking to try and get his kill team put together, hopefully, for the event. And Stewie, I hope to see you down at the event, mate. It's worth noting as well, yes, it is free to play if your kill team or your army is painted when I do these events. You can still turn up and pay to play as well. It doesn't mean that you're not allowed. It's basically to encourage people to obviously paint their armies up, come down, have some really cool looking games, fantastic boards, and really, really set the mood as well. Next up, we've got Stu Fours, who has been working on a Chaos Spawn. And my word, this thing is definitely a Spawn, Stu. Like, you've got half a horror there, you've got random bits and pieces of Zinch, Slanesh, and it's disgusting, but amazing at the same time, mate. Really, really cool conversion. He's also been working on some Zangar Arcanites. So just obviously the flesh done there for the moment, but I look forward to seeing what you do with the rest of them, Stu. We've got Terry Millard, who runs Demonscapes. If you've seen any of the resin bases, so I know Daz mentioned the paved ones from Daughters of Cain. As I said, they're not fully finished, but the paved bases are available from Demonscapes. I got them from Terry. The skull ones I use from Corn, and the rune ones from Deathwatch, all available from Terry as well. But he uses countless plague drones, but butterflies with the purple and blue wings. Absolutely fantastic stuff, Terry. And there we go. There's 4 of them all put together. The bases that he's got there are his new bases. They are actually lava bases, but obviously Terry's painting them up like slime. Again, they are available as well. Next up, we've got Tim Fennick. I haven't actually seen or heard from Tim for quite a while, actually, so it's a pleasure to have these. And I played Tim at the Age of Sigmar tournament me and Lucy went to last year at Darlin Dogs of War, and I had a fantastic game against him. He was a really, really nice bloke. But here we go. Gene Stealer Cult is started. Absolutely crisp work on that Goliath, mate. And absolutely love the Neophyte Guardsman. Really, really nice. Love the bases as well. I know they're the GW ones and stuff, but honestly, they are class. Really, really like them. And there's a bit closer up of the Goliath. So crisp on that, man. Really like it. I'm looking forward to painting mine. Next up, we've got Tom Brown, who's been building more cars for Gaslands. And he's chopped a load of cocktail sticks up. But you know what? This looks cool. It's so Death Race, Mad Mask-esque. Again, it's not something I've played out. I would actually be quite interested in watching a couple of games. So if anyone's actually at Battle Bunker and playing it, drop me a message. I would love to come over and see it being played, actually. And that is it. That is everything that everybody has been up to. Let's have a look. Whoa, so many comments. Stephen, bit late to the party. Bazza, hey peeps. Not a bit, a lot. Evening all. Evening Rick. Harry's not happy with me because I'm starting another army. Just, Bazza, I'm still holding you to that pin. 2,000 points and I will come down and I will play a game of 40k with you and film it, mate. 2,000 points. Why is he not happy? Orcs are a bunch of chappy mates. Well, yeah, but Bazza's got like a squad and a half of every army. Because I don't finish things. Nope. Looks like he's off to a rave. I think it's me. Those were hats. I thought they were xenomorphs. Looking to the side, my eyes. Wait till you get around the 50th and you'll see him throwing up. 50th what? The Battle Bunker boards are beauties. Yeah, man, the one me and Lucy played on Friday night was fantastic. Dylan saw it, but Justin actually built it all himself, and I loved it so much, right? I've actually gone and bought some of them trees myself, Dylan, to spruce up some of my terrain. So yeah. Anyway, that's it, folks. It's been a long one because there's been a lot of pictures, half an hour. So thank you very much to everybody that has tuned in. Like I said, thank you very much to all the support for the Patreons. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to be picking up Kill Team as a result of that. So hopefully we can get some Kill Team games in. I could probably squeeze 4 or 5 in one night. And of course, very quick, very easy. I can probably do them with a camera on a tripod next to the game and do it in one take. So we'll have to see. But yeah, you can expect more to come, more 40k, and of course a lot more Age of Sigmar. Lucy is furiously painting. I'm furiously painting. There's going to be more. So thank you very much, everybody, for your support and for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.